All right, let's get this sound turned way up.
Oh, look, right at 8 o'clock.
Right at 8 o'clock, baby. Welcome to the show. My name is Kelvin.
I'm Taylor.
And this is the social where it's Call in America, a.k.a. the social distancing hotline. I got to change that verbiage up there. And tonight's a good night. It's a good show night tonight. We have a lot to talk about. Who is out there, guys? If you guys are out there, go ahead and give us a shout out in the comments. Say what's up. Say who's out there. There's a lot to talk about tonight. So,
what are we talking about?
You know, what are we talking about? I truly really want to have a dialogue and a conversation tonight. Can we check the sound on your stuff?
Oh, yeah.
I want to have a conversation and a dialogue.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. I want to have a conversation. I want to have a dialogue. There is a lot going on in America. Welcome to the show, guys. This is Call in America, the CIA. We're the CIA.
Da-da-da.
The CIA, ladies and gentlemen. We got Rim Witchcraft. Hey, guys. How are you? Tuesday. What's up, Tuesday? Getting down on a Thursday. So I really want to have a dialogue tonight. And I posted today earlier that tonight's show might be a little unhinged because I've been worked up. So after tonight, I am staying off of the social media. First world problems. Yes, Tabitha. Are you ready to get into it? Are you ready to get into that conversation? I truly feel like tonight's going to be a good show. The phone lines are open. 585-502-7922. Let's set some ground rules right now, right? So the husband and I take a shower right before we. Hi there, Simone. How you doing? Simone was one of the ones today. She was like, "Go off tonight." Bish on here. Hi, Grace. How you doing? I love it, guys. Keep telling us who's out there. You guys are all amazing. Let's set some ground rules right now, okay? So tonight's show is about real discussion. We are going to be talking about more than COVID-19. There's a lot of things that are happening, especially here in Arizona. And I know, girl. And so here are the ground rules.
It's not even happening in Arizona, though. It's happening in
It's happening all over the world. Oh, we left the freezer door open. I'll go shut that in just a second. I know, it was me. I'm gonna set some ground rules, guys, and then we're just gonna open the lines and we're gonna get started here, okay? Tonight's topics range from COVID-19. They're talking about racism. We're talking about Untitled America, and this is an opinionated show. It's not our opinions. It's our opinions, right? So it's my opinion, his opinion, your opinion, and this show is just about dialogue, right? I want everybody to weigh in on it because we need to start talking about these things. So every comment, when you call in, it's about respect, right? Say your piece. The floor is yours. There's not going to be any arguing or anything, but there is going to be dialogue. There's going to be conversation. As long as the conversation is respectful, we're going to open up the lines.
And people can still call in and talk about anything that they want.
They can talk about anything they want. Yeah. This is Social Distancing Hotline. Let's try to stay on topic. If we're having a good show, don't call in and start talking about a recipe you just cooked tonight. You know what I mean? So,
well, I mean,
yeah. Well, some people, they cook. So, that's basically the ground rules, right? House rules for tonight. We are going to be talking about
first topic.
Yeah.
Does your husband leave the freezer door open?
Ooh, put that in the comments. I'm going to shut the freezer door.
It's okay if he does. Just get that bad boy shut for all the... He left the ice out, too. Oh, my God. Moving too fast. Yep. Banana man over here.
It's the banana man. Okay, so you know why I'm wearing this banana shirt is because shit is bananas.
It froze.
Shit is bananas. All right, Tay, what is the first thing we're going to be talking about? What do you? I mean, you got the list. So what do you want to tackle first? I mean, there's so much.
Well, I think here in Arizona, the thing that is probably top of mind is what happened at Westgate's last night, right? Like,
have you heard about this, guys?
We see it all over
the
United States, and now it's happening really close to home, and it's I don't know how people feel about it. Whether it's because it also wasn't the worst comparably against the other.
Oh no,
right?
No, no one died.
No one died.
No one died.
I think a total of 3 people were injured.
Yeah,
still,
yeah.
By a machine rifle, and I'm not a gun person.
So let's talk about it, man.
Let's
talk about it. Let's talk about this gun control. So first and foremost, Taylor went to sleep early last night, and so I was up, working on some stuff for the show, and I saw my buddy Ruben on Facebook posted something about a mass shooting right in Arizona, and I thought it was fake. I was like, that's insane. There's Westgate started doing some more looking into it, and then all of a sudden it was like, boom! You get the Facebook sends out the alert like, Mark, are you safe from the Westgate shooter? And I go on the page, and here's what's interesting, guys. I know a lot of you guys who weren't right on top of it. You've seen the video out there, and the video is actually posted in the Call in America Facebook page, and you guys can watch it. And the videos of this guy, he says, "Hi guys, my name is so and so. I'm going to be the Westgate shooter. And then he just says, let's get it started, right? And so what you see...
And a very, like, playful tone.
What you see online now is not the video that was actually posted last night. It's an edited version of the video that was posted last night, and it was only up. It was only up for like 5 minutes. Facebook was on top of it. They were on top of it because I saw the video on this check-in, are you safe thing, and I was like screaming. I was like screaming out loud because it was like it showed everything. It showed it was like a good I'd say probably like a 2-minute video.
Yeah.
And this guy's walking around, he's shooting stuff, and it was so surreal. It was so surreal because it was like it almost looked like a BB gun. Because I didn't see anything like explosion or anything. It froze. Is it frozen?
No, that was a comment back from the...
for the ice thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So did you guys see the video out there? Give us a call, 585-502-7922. The phone lines are open. Let's get it going, okay? Let's talk about it. So I want to talk about gun control. Mm-hmm. There was another, and here's the biggest thing that I want to say, and this is where I'm kind of, I want to get a little into it. And my whole idea is that America, we have got to wake up, right? We have got to wake up, and we got to realize that our response time, our sense of urgency around serious things that are happening to us it just isn't. There is no response. There is no sense of urgency around taking care of our citizens and taking care of each other. And that is a serious, it's a new epidemic, right? An epidemic is what's happening in this nation. And it's a total, this is confusing. What is confusing? I have another watch party. Oh, you must have shared a watch party. Yeah, I know. Facebook is weird. Just share the link. Don't do a watch party because then you can't.
Just roll with it. No,
okay.
Screw it. Call in.
Call in. Yeah, just totally call in. Don't be confused. Call in, Grace. You always messing things up. I love you. All right, so this is confusing. Are we going to stop the show? Hold, guys. Let's make, no kidding. So anyway, yeah, man. So our response time to stuff is just out of control.
I think there's conversations going on about it for years and decades, if you will, right? Like it's the right to bear arms.
Get to the point,
and
guys.
that's what keeps people. That's what keeps things from moving forward.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing is that when that amendment was created, the right to bear arms, guns were not the same thing.
They were not the same thing, man.
They were these little pellets that you had to clog in there and stuff, and like. They weren't automatic rifles that are going off and accessible to everybody, So the circumstances have changed, but people still lean on that.
Grace, I'm in love with you. So now here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I'm not about taking guns away. Honestly, when COVID-19 happened and the whole thing was like really getting serious, I kept telling Taylor, I was like, I'm not a gun person. I want to go out and get a gun. And so we were actually going to start taking gun shooting lessons. And actually, I'm still going to do that. I'm still going to do that because in order to be able to truly talk about a topic, I think you need to be in it, right? And you need to see both sides and experience both sides. I've never shot a gun. I mean, I've shot stuff like in ROTC, I think, when I was in ROTC. Yes, I was in ROTC. And it just is it's something that we do want to tackle on. Here's the thing. Canada had a mass shooting, and Trudeau shut it down, right? Banned assault rifles. It happened in Australia, right? The woman in charge there shut it down, right? No more assault weapons. That's what I'm talking about, right? Because here's the thing: is that we are fighting each other over this idea that guns are going to be taken away, when it's just insane that we keep running into this stuff. And now it's happening here in Arizona. I don't remember a mass shooting happening in Arizona. And guess what? My family lives out there. My family lives out right near Westgate.
5 minutes from it.
My entire family, my mother, my father, my sister. And so it's just like, it's just insane. Give us a call, guys. 585-502-7922. We want to hear from you. Who's out there? Give us a call. What are your thoughts? And I want to hear from both sides. Put it in the comments. New Zealand. Is that what? I'm sorry. Yeah, New Zealand. Thank you. Badass PM. Grace is having the time of her life. I love it. So what is up with our sense of urgency on protecting each other? And here's the thing too. So there was 2 shootings last night, right? So there was shootings here in Arizona, in Phoenix. There was a shooting at Westgate. A 19-year-old had 3 assault rifles, right? Just firing rounds. And the reason why, he got dumped by his girlfriend and didn't get a stimulus check. This is COVID-19 related.
Yeah.
right? So the other thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about mental health. We're going to talk about mental health, and we're going to talk about, again, America's lax sense of urgency around taking care of people. Like mental health is just now becoming like okay to talk about here in America, where people are getting a little bit more courage to admit that they're not okay.
Well, then the one that I think it happened at a QT.
Yeah.
That wasn't it like two people got into an argument, and then
I didn't even get a chance to read about the QT one, man.
Well, that's my biggest fear is that
yeah.
like now people, because we have all these rules now, and some people are willing to abide by it, and some people aren't. Stay 6 feet back.
Oh my God.
Wear face masks. Don't touch people.
We're gonna talk about the face mask thing next. Yeah.
And I could just already see, even once bars start opening up and now you start incorporating alcohol, fights are going to break out. And that's where I'm like,
They're already breaking out.
We can go.
They're already breaking out.
We might go to a restaurant for 20, 30 minutes and get back home, but we're not going bar hopping like we used to. We're not staying out late because we don't have control, even if it's us, where we're just, chilling, minding our own business, and then someone feels like we're in their personal space or we're not respecting social distancing when, we think we are. Like, it's just going to cause confrontation. And it's not going to result in a good scenario. So it's like, I'm staying my ass home just because I don't want to get into the confrontation.
Don't go out, guys. I mean, and I'm not telling you to be scared. What I'm telling you to do is to be aware and to be cautious. And honestly, alcohol right now out in public places is probably not the best thing. We have Grace who says there was an interesting article in the New York Times the other day about the president's complete disregard for mental health issues. Let's talk Trump.
Well, I mean, I think
let's talk Trump.
Someone that needs mental health more than anything.
And listen, and honestly, I mean, this is what I want to say.
That is my opinion.
It's your opinion, and that's and all opinions are welcome here. Okay, who we got down? We got new people. Hello, gentlemen. How are you? Welcome, you two. You two get special kudos. Okay, so what's up, you two? How you doing? Okay, so let's talk Trump, guys. And here's what I want to say about Trump. I don't care about Trump. I don't care about Trump. I don't care about Trump. The Trump. I don't even want to say Trump supporters because I don't care about the politics. I don't care about the politics. I don't care about. There's a lot I don't like about Trump. There's a lot I don't like about Republicans. There's a lot I don't like about Democrats. There's a lot I don't like about the fighting in America. The one thing that I will say about Trump is that Trump's sense of urgency around protecting the citizens is not there. It just isn't there. We are fighting each other because no one's breaking any laws, and this is what I keep kind of trying to harp on, is that no one's breaking any laws around wearing masks or not wearing masks out in public. No one's breaking any laws about these restaurants being open. No one's breaking any laws about these restaurants staying closed. That's not the issue. The issue is that we have a leader in the House who's not uniting America.
Well, no, I think we have somebody in.
Yeah. There you go.
The presidency,
we have a president that is not uniting America. I don't care what you feel about Trump, and this is not to harp on Trump. What I do want to hear from you guys, and put it in the comments if you will. Tell me one thing that Trump is doing to unite America. That's what I want to know.
Oh, look at this. YouTube.
YouTube. Frontline nurse here. The TSA got the new measures wrong. Give us a call. 585-502-7922, YouTube.
And I love hearing from fellow nurses. We're not nurses, but we have had nurses call in. We have some
frontline
friends
responders
or family that are nurses as well, and they always have such amazing perspective. That's a huge topic of like what is happening behind the scenes in hospitals, what's real, what's not real, and it changes from state to state, city to city. So it's always nice to have.
The TSA got the new measures wrong. What is the TSA? TSA is
those are the people that can
the airports, right?
Correct.
Yeah, airports. Nothing. Yeah, exactly. So give us a call 585-502-7922. We love you out there for watching for YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Here's the thing, man. Again, what is just one thing? Can anybody watching the show tonight say one thing about Trump that he is doing to unite America? I don't care how you feel about Trump. I honestly don't want to get into a Trump bashing. I want to talk about the elephant in the room and what's not being done.
You're like genuinely curious. Like what is it?
I'm genuinely curious because I guarantee you there's not one person, a Trump supporter or a non-Trump supporter. It doesn't matter. I hate saying Trump supporter because it's such a triggering and jarring. It's a jarring statement, right? Because it carries so much weight. I am not. I'm not. I am. I honestly I'm disgusted with both parties, and it's interesting being this. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. I'm 38 now, and I just don't know if it's I don't know. I don't know if my views have changed, but new supporter here. I'm in love with you. Thank you so much. That's so cool. Yay, we're growing. So again, can anyone do it? Can anyone do it? Can you think of one thing that Trump is doing to unite America? To say that, hey guys, we have to come together on this, and we don't, and no one's going to be able to say that. I'll send you $100 right now if you can tell me one thing that Trump has said. Hey guys, we need to be better at this together.
Well, and I think as we've started to get older, get not more involved in politics, but just have a more of an eye on it. Reading more articles and tuning into things. We had a caller in, I think, last week that was talking about Doug Ducey, right? Or maybe it was a private conversation. I can't remember what it was. But, they were saying that, he's going back and forth and eventually caved and opened up Arizona because that's a very, like a Republican thing to do.
Oh, we got our first caller, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Whoop.
Did you miss it?
No, I didn't miss it. This screen is jacked up. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no. We missed ya.
We missed it.
No, I think I think this thing blocked it. It might have been spam. It got blocked.
Or their number's blocked.
Yeah, their number's blocked. Sorry about that, guys. Text now blocked you. All right, so give us another call, guys. 585-502-7922. We want to hear from you.
Anyways, to finish that real quick.
Yeah.
They were saying Doug Ducey did that because his term is coming up, and he did that in order to favor the Republican side.
Yeah.
And could be
we got our next caller
for the Republican Party.
Welcome to the Social Distancing Hotline. This is Kelvin and Taylor. Who's calling? Where are you calling from, caller? Oh, I can't see on this thing. That's the thing. So I guess do that. International.
Did you turn it up?
It is turned all the way up.
Sorry, the number you
Oh.
cannot be dialed.
All right. Give us a call. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Welcome back to the show. I'm just going to hold like this for a little bit. And see,
Grace said, hi, me.
Hi, me.
Maybe it's her calling.
No, it's not her calling. I don't think so. All right, guys, give us a call. 585-502-7922. We want to hear from you out there, okay? Call me now. I should have put it right here.
Do you have the phone? Just do the normal phone.
It's not going to, we have to, you got to pay for that, boy. Boom, here we go. Let's do this. So yeah, man, what are you guys' thoughts out there? Put it in the comments. Can you tell me one thing that Trump is doing to unite America? One thing,
Trying to think. It's like trying to think of something positive.
I've got one thing that I can even remember.
Huh.
You're the block. Oh no, I'm trying to call you back. Hold on, we gonna get you. She's the block caller. Okay, go ahead and try it now.
You sure? You set up?
Yeah, I think I'm set up. Okay, fine. Go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, give us a call back. This thing's out of here. Goodbye.
All right, try us one more time. If not, you can fire us forever.
Can't. Well, it's our show, so you can't really fire me. But I'm in love with you anyway. All right, we are ready. Give us a call, my friend. 585-502-7922. There you are. Welcome to the Social Distancing Hotline. This is Kelvin and Taylor. Who's calling? Where are you calling from, caller? I'm sorry. Say that one more time. Welcome to the Social Distancing Hotline. This is Kelvin and Taylor. Who's calling? And where are you calling from, caller? Hello? How are you? Yes, I'm in love with it. So tell us where you're from.
California.
You're from
Yeah.
California? That's absolutely amazing, okay? Is it up here?
And you are a nurse, right?
30 years.
Nice.
30? That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Where's this? I'm in love with it. All right, so we are talking about a lot of things tonight. Okay, the current thing is we're talking about Trump, and we're not here to bash Trump. We're not trying to do that. What I'm trying to say is that what are your thoughts about America and how we are just completely divided?
You know, for me, the division in America during this pandemic is very, very sad. It's not, it's more like a war on the poor. The pandemic has had a way of peeling back the curtain and showing what we really have been doing for our underprivileged communities.
Yeah. So what is your thoughts on like what we should be doing as citizens to connect, to get to what matters most, and that's us, right? What do you think?
Number one, do the census. You can do it online. Number two, register to vote.
Oh, yes.
You can mail that in. And I don't think we'll be able to get the new driver licenses at this point or state ID.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where we need to start.
So do you think that we should be there's this whole idea that we need to be mailing in the ballots, right? Because of COVID-19 and because there's just a huge divide, and we might lose a ton of people if they don't feel comfortable enough to go out and vote. But Trump again I'm really not trying to bash anybody. I'm not trying to make this political, but there's articles out there where Trump is saying that he's going to stop COVID-19 funding if states push that forward. What are your thoughts on that?
I did see that, and I saw where he's doing it in Michigan. But you know what? We can't have what happened in Wisconsin. We can't have that.
Yeah.
What happened in Wisconsin?
Well, they were out there voting, and they were standing in lines with no social distancing, many of them without masks, because people wanted to exercise the constitutional right, which was great.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a great noble gesture, but at the same time, they placed their lives in jeopardy.
So we have a commenter who says, Melissa says, we should hand out masks at the polling stations. What are your thoughts about that as a solution?
Just as with the TSA, still won't be enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so you made a comment about the TSA's not following or pushing out the correct guidelines. Is that what you said earlier?
The guidelines they're exercising are so minimalist.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah, what should they be?
Okay, if I ran the TSA, I would put a nurse in every airport, with every airline, with a thermometer and a COVID questionnaire.
Woo!
You can't do that with flight attendants because they don't know how to screen for COVID.
Yeah.
The only thing they can do is take a temperature.
Wow.
So, what if, let's say, I bought a ticket to California. I show up. I have my mask, but I have a slight temperature. Right, I'm at 100 degrees, so I don't feel bad. What would happen in that scenario from a nurse's perspective? I cancel my flight and I go home, or what does that look like?
Oh, for a nursing perspective, you would not be allowed to fly.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that just makes sense, right? If that just makes sense, if you're experiencing flu-like symptoms, and and you're getting on a plane, a closed environment, it's an incubator for disaster.
Yeah. Which I totally agree with.
Yeah.
I'm just like I would.
Right.
I'm
It's
just
a
like
petri dish. I agree.
It's a petri. Right?
I'm just putting myself in that perspective
But
where
here's
it's like
the other problem with that.
Tell us.
What do we do with people who are asymptomatic that board those planes?
And who have not been tested yet, right? And like so they have the COVID-19, they're asymptomatic, they're fine, and they get on this plane and they're talking, they're making friends, doing all that stuff, and now we got a whole plane again infected with COVID-19. It's just insane out there. It's just insane, and so
It is.
yeah, and so let's quickly talk about. I would love for you to weigh in on. We got another comment from Grace who says, yeah, even if you're not, you're right. I want you to weigh in on, there's videos out there, this is the next topic that I want to bring up, of And this is me saying this. This is not it's not anything about the show. Again, everybody's opinion matters on this show. I feel like these are entitled Americans that are walking into these Walmarts, walking into these Costco's, and they are and these people walking into these restaurants, just demanding that they're, that they come in without a mask. What are your thoughts about this and the scenes that are being caused around this, and like just the total idea that their rights
My thought is that you do have certain inalienable rights. You are protected by the Constitution of the United States, but that Constitution does not cover you infecting someone else and potentially harming them with
Right.
this virus. The Constitution of the United States doesn't cover that.
Yeah, totally. And here's the other thing too, which I think is crazy, is that people, the video that I saw today that just kind of got me worked up today was this guy. He went into Costco, and this poor guy is just like, the guy he's like, hey man, you got to wear a mask, and he's like, I'm gonna get on my YouTube channel and with my 3,000 followers, which is more than us on YouTube. So if you guys can help us out with that, that'd be great. But he's got 3,000 followers, and and he's causing this scene, and it just was, it honestly was childish to me. And he goes, I woke up in a free country today, and he wants me to wear a mask. And here's the thing about a private business, right? It's no shoes, no shirt, no service. That has always been the case. And now, if we're requiring a mask, what is the issue? So, what do you think is really going on? Like, what's your opinion on what's really going on, and why people are caught? Why these scenes keep coming up? What do you think is going on?
It is a sense of entitlement.
Say that one more time.
A behavior of recklessness.
Yes.
And absolute disregard
Yeah.
for your community. That's what I think.
And if we had somebody guiding us to bring community together.
So that's where I am at it.
I would love if you say your name one more time, where you're calling from, because we got the volumes up now. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And then we're gonna open up the lines for another caller.
All right. Thanks, guys.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Watching.
Where are you calling from?
Bye.
I love it. That was so cool.
That was cool.
Yay! We got a new fan. We got a new fan out there, and no, stop. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Whole place.
So I saw this. I saw a pretty funny. It wasn't even a meme. It was like a what is that? Tweet. I'm not a Twitter guy. It was an exchange between.
You did not just say tweet.
No, I was trying to be funny.
I love you.
It was an exchange between a consumer and the actual Costco brand. And so Costco said, hey, if you're not wearing a face mask, you can't come into our location. This man responded back, said, if I have to wear a face mask while coming in, then I'm canceling my membership. I'm never coming back again.
Right.
And Costco said, yeah, that's what we said.
What we literally just said. So, thank you.
You got us.
You're welcome. So again, guys, man, dude, that was awesome. That was super cool. That was a new caller from California. I think her name was Wanda.
Well, Grace is calling her Miss California.
Miss California, we love you. Please tune in. Oh, we got 5 years on YouTube. What's on YouTube? Hi, YouTubes. Welcome to the show, guys. What's that?
What are you looking at?
The YouTubes right there.
Oh,
That's specifically YouTube.
Got
So
it.
we are building up the YouTube channel. Okay, Facebook. We made our success in Facebook and loving it. If you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so now. It's the social distancing hotline on YouTube. It's our next venture, and it's kind of cool, man. It's really cool. So
Real quick, before we move on to the next topic, I think Miss California she brought up a good topic with like the TSA, and the reason I asked that question was because I would have put myself into that perspective. Like, we go to San Diego, we'll go to Newport Beach or whatever. I travel here and there for work as well, and I can only imagine if one of those two scenarios, like let's say you and I are going on vacation,
right?
I have a temperature,
Whoa!
you don't. Like, what are we gonna do? Like,
what are you gonna do? And then what's the airport's responsibility in giving you your money back?
Or
do they have to give you money back?
What if I have to travel to Texas for a work thing?
Speak that truth.
And now all of a sudden I can't. Yeah. And it's not like you can just like. It's not like you forgot your driver's license at home or something. You'd be like, well, let me go home and get it real quick and just push my flight back.
Now you're done.
You gotta wait.
And are they going to say you can't come back until 14 days?
Sharon, her name is Sharon.
Sharon, thank you, Sharon. Sharon from California. California love. Do, do, do,
Well,
do.
and even companies are adopting the
They let them shop with other people. I know that's right, Karen.
companies are adopting
sure.
it. You have to team members have to take their temperature first before going to work, and if
Yeah.
it's above a certain threshold, then you don't come to work, right? Like then you
Yeah.
either work remote or you have a day off. But it's also going to be 110 out here soon. It's going to be 115, 120. How do you get accurate tests? You wait in the lobby of your building for 20 minutes till you cool down. Like people's bodies are just generally hotter too. Like I don't understand how it's going to work.
Well, I think your body maintains a average temperature of 98 degrees.
Does it? I don't like. I
No,
know that's
it's
the internal temperature.
98
but-
degrees, I think, isn't that the band from back
Well,
in the
it
day?
is, but it's 98. I think it's 98.6.
Sharon will know. Sharon, what's the average body temperature of a person? Hopefully, you're not cleared to fly. You'll receive a full refund, right? But is that the airport's responsibility? Because it's very interesting.
I could see
It's
them
very
like
interesting.
I could see them giving a credit.
Something, right? I could see that, or maybe not even saying anything. I mean, it is what
It'd
it
be
is.
interesting if like they always had 6 seats in the very back. That were surrounded by like plexiglass and bubbles.
Oh
and,
my
like,
gosh! Like a quarantine section of the
Yeah,
plane.
yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, but then you'd be that guy. Like, well,
I know.
see, you're up in the front, babe. Like, I'm gonna be sitting in quarantine in the back. Like,
David Key, what's up? We got another registered nurse. David Key, you just missed Sharon if you just now joining. William Ellis, Trump is worried because it's election year. he
his priority. His priority is the economy because of the economy tanks. He won't get re-elected. People dying is his way less of an issue for him than him losing the election. Reading quotes off the internet is hard.
It's hard, yeah. So we're learning things. 97.8 degrees. Yes, thank you, Sharon. Okay, so guys, Trump. It's not about Trump. I think as Americans, we need to stop talking about Trump. We need to stop talking about Trump supporters. We need to stop talking about the divide. And we need to start talking about what are we going to do as a society to come together and to stop relying on these people who do not care about us, the NRA, the United States government. Guys, we have other countries out there who are shutting it down. We're fighting each other because we don't have anybody who is saying, no, guys, we got this. Y'all need to relax, come together.
Look. Here's a prime example.
Yeah.
Almost going to go into the dentist because I didn't have my AC on in my car on the way there, and my first reading was that I had a temperature. Average body temp is 98.6. So that's what I'm talking about. Like,
Right.
You can't go if people are taking your temperature to go to the dentist, go
Yeah,
to work,
yeah.
get on a plane. Like, that's going to be the argument. Like, I don't feel sick. I'm fine. It's hot out. Like, let me on the plane.
I'm curious too. Here's what I'm curious about so as we're starting to open up and people are going back to work, your company used to give you some flack when you said, hey, I'm not feeling so good. And they were like, well, if you can come in and kind of work a half a day, what's that going to look like? What's the attendance schedule going to look like?
That's part of the CARE Act. So
Yeah.
normally sick time is state by state. So Arizona requires each company give up to 40 hours per year of sick time. That is not.
I know, Carol. Hi, baby. Sorry.
That is not transferable over in the preceding year. So you get 20 or you get 40 hours for 2020. If you don't use it, then it can't be transferred over. It just zeroes out the end of the year.
Wow.
What the CARE Act did is they gave an additional 80 hours for COVID-19 related cases specifically.
80
So
hours? That's amazing.
2 weeks.
That's amazing.
So if you have a temperature, you don't feel bad, but you can't, right? That could be classified as a COVID-19. It doesn't have to have a doctor's note or a test to go along with it. It's any COVID-19 related symptoms that could go along with it. From what I understand, that companies are doing now. That also there's companies out there there's mobile apps for it now too.
Really? To check your temperature?
Yeah.
Wow.
The mobile app won't check your temperature. You get a thermometer that's like $4 or something, and it has Bluetooth technology that connects to your app. So when you leave the house, and this is how our company and my company that I work for is doing it, download the app. You have a thermometer at home. You take your temperature, not with like a old thermometer, but more of just like touching to your head.
Yeah.
It tells the app. The app then tells the company that you're clear to go.
Why hasn't everybody been tested? Why hasn't our government put us first, put the safety of us first, sent out, got with the labs that can do this mail-in testing. I have friends that are paying to get this testing done. What's going on? right? Like, and this is the conversation that we need to be having. It's not about your expertise on the COVID-19 and who's expert, who's not. We get it, right? We get it. The CDC has put out guidelines. The CDC's changed guidelines today, right? They changed it today, saying that the COVID-19 virus cannot. It's not as easily spread on surfaces, right? Before everybody's washing down their fruit, we had a whole thing set up where before we came into the house, we're sitting here giving our groceries a bath, right? Which honestly we liked actually.
But and we're still gonna do that because it's just I don't know where this
to a certain
tummy
extent,
has been.
Yeah, totally.
But I kind of read back through it too, not the entire thing, but the quotes that were pulled out. And when the CDC first did that back in March or April, it says we believe that the viruses spread through flat surfaces and can be contracted by mouth, nose, and possibly the eyes.
Right.
It didn't say if you touch the virus and touch your face, you're going to get it. Right, like it's not that definitive. They left it open for like, well, this is what we think, and they're learning new stuff. And now, it hasn't even been that long. It's the middle of May compared to the end of March, beginning of April.
So they're leaving things open, right? They're leaving things open,
because
but again,
they don't know. They're learning as they go.
Right. And so I think it's important what you're saying right there, right? So if they're leaving things open and they're learning things as they go, who should not be fighting about who knows what and who doesn't know? It's us.
Yeah,
it's us. We need to chill. And we need to understand that fighting each other is not the answer, right? It's not the answer, and making this about politics and making this about anything other than the safety of your neighbor is where we are going wrong.
Yeah,
it's where we're going wrong. Bottom line, it doesn't matter what you feel about it and about these rights that you think are being taken away from you. Listen, man, come on.
Well, so
stay home.
I can be patient with scientists and CDCs trying to learn as much as they can as quickly as they can about the virus.
Yeah.
Like, viruses are like humans. They're different.
Hi,
They evolve,
Sarita.
they change, and they're complex. Like, it's from what I know. It's not straightforward. It's not black and white.
The eyes are now a point of entry. Wow.
Mm-hmm. But what I don't have patience for is a lack of data. Now you're behind the curve. You're not doing it correctly. You're not collecting data correctly. What you're classifying as COVID-19 related is not also accurate.
Yeah.
So now the numbers are skewed, but the numbers are going public. They look inflated from what I think.
And then they
believe.
change.
And
then they change again.
And then they cause people to freak out, make rash decisions. Guns are being pulled out. People are fighting each other, because you're not collecting data correctly. Like, that's the first thing about data analysis, that the data has to be clean and scrubbed.
So in China, they shut it down, right? And people were on like a mandated quarantine. You couldn't go out, and they built these temporary hospitals where they got everybody done. They got everybody tested, right? Victim mentality needs to go. Give us a call, PTE 288. Another YouTube viewer. I'm in love with you, baby.
Pete 2888.
Pete 2888. Give us a call, 505-502-7922. We want to hear from you. The phone lines are open. You can call in anonymously. You don't got to say your name, but we'd love to hear your opinion, and we want to make the floor yours. Speak your truth about that. Okay. We're talking. Okay, so I kind of want to mix it up a little bit. And this show's about a lot of things. There's one thing I want to say is that we've got to start. We just got to. Here's the other thing. This is another thing that kind of like got me riled up today, right? And my husband came home and he calmed me down, and so I'm not as riled up. You did. You always do. I'm not as riled up. You make me smile. That's what.
Was I there? Was I funny?
You were eating Chinese food, which, by the way, Chinese food from I'm gonna go give it. This tonight's show is sponsored by Suwok. Suwok, located right there on Central.
This show is actually sponsoring Suwok.
We should get Suwok to endorse us. This is sponsored by Suwok. If you live in Arizona, downtown Phoenix, get some Chinese food from them. They're amazing. They do the social distancing. The guy shows up in a mask. He'll leave it outside your door. They're super great.
So the only thing about Suwok is don't expect to wait long. Like,
don't.
We've actually gotten it too fast before where we're like, oh, I thought this was going to be like 30 minutes based off what you told me.
They always tell us it'll be 30 minutes. As soon as you hang up the door, they're like,
10
Suwok's
minutes,
here.
10 minutes later, I was like, oh, we're still at Walgreens, Like, we got, okay, anyways.
Okay, so the victim mentality. I kind of want to talk about that. What is the victim? I think
Karen.
I know it's.
Did I steal your joke?
I wasn't going to say it. I was not going to say it because I'm trying.
Is that like an offensive? Like, I know it's a thing going around, but why is it?
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. It's offensive to people who think it's offensive, right? And the people who are offended by it
are Karens, right? That's how that works.
Let's talk about it. So I was in the shower the other day, and I'm just gonna sing a song for you guys. And it goes, I like to try to sing at least once on an episode. And so it goes, this is the dawning of the age of the Karen, age of the Karen.
Pose
Here we
up
go.
like the
The Karen. That is from
Rent.
Oh, I'll give you 10 bogus I'll give you 2 bogus points if you can tell me what show is that from. Put that in the comments. First one to do it gets 10 points. Go.
I know the word is supposed to be Aquarius.
Yeah, but it's
A bunch of
Karen. So
Karen.
it's the dawning of the age of the Karen, right? You know, and I think they've always kind of been out there. But again, social media is a magical place. Social media is a magical place that can build you up and can take you out. It can take you out. So you got to be careful out there. You know, everybody's got a cell phone. Everybody's, you know, cell phones, you just turn them on and hit record. There's a lot of things going on right now. And this whole Karen movement is making the, you know, the I want to speak to the manager. My rights are being violated. Stay home. You don't need to go to Costco. You're going out to make a scene.
Well, and I think
you're intentionally going out to fight with somebody.
and you're fighting with people that have zero power.
And they're doing their job.
You're yelling at Bob, the Walmart
Come
grader.
on.
Like, you
what
didn't
are
make
you
that decision.
doing? It's an epidemic, guys. It's an epidemic, and we need to talk about it.
The epidemics and the Karen
Those
epidemics
Karens.
and
What's
the
up,
COVID
Lawrence?
pandemic.
Lawrence, we haven't heard from you in a while. Give us a call, 585-522-7922. Last time you called, the phone went out. We got you taken care of today, okay? Maybe. Anyway, Hair, you got 10 points. You got 10
Oh, is that
points.
what it is?
Yeah. This is the dawning of the age of the Karen. Okay, I dare you guys to go out there and steal that, okay? Grace, what you saying, baby?
Oh,
OMG.
my God.
The Karen movement, man. Why? Like whose mom is going out and just like, rah! Somebody get your mom.
There's a Karen in my office. She always says I smell like alcohol and cigarettes.
You went back to Whole Foods and I saw Craig. Who's Craig? Oh, no.
Craig.
Okay. Guys, tell your mom to stay home. Seriously, tell your sister. But thank you,
Yep,
David.
You got it.
You got it, baby. Hair. I'll give you 5 points. So there's points now.
Well, he's a nurse, so he gets 20.
Okay, yeah. You get the
Actually,
front
win.
line. Yeah, you
win.
win.
All nurses win today.
All nurses do win today. Let's give a round of applause to the nurses out there, still kicking ass. I saw something today about a nurse who posted something that said, it's such an. Oh, we got our next caller. All right, welcome to the social distancing hotline. This is Calvin and Taylor. Who's calling and where you calling from, caller?
Hey, this is Lawrence.
Lawrence, my friend, how you doing out there?
All right.
Doing good.
My friend, so talk to us. I'm glad you're doing good. Where are you from, Lawrence?
Are you talking about Karens?
We are talking about Karens. Tell me, what are your thoughts on
Yeah.
the Karen movement? Go ahead.
I had a conversation today with a lady who was was commenting on a transgender post that was about this boy or a girl who was born into a boy's body, and it was this really beautiful post, and I read the comments, and this lady is like, "Oh, that's evil. That's it's a sin and all this stuff, And so I posted a comment to her, and she just went off, And then I looked on her page, and she has all this anti-abortion stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And it just made me so mad because it's like so hypocritical. She was like, "Oh, we need to get herd immunity and all this stuff." Like she's some kind of epidemiologist. It really pissed me off,
Yeah, man. So it's jarring. Where do you think this energy is coming from?
I just think it's entitlement.
Yeah.
They are so entitled.
Millennials are growing up now.
I don't think it's millennials.
They
I don't think
have
it's.
to have their way no matter what, and they don't care. It's like it's there's no empathy either, which makes me really disgusted with them.
Do you feel like these people who are behaving in this manner? Do you feel like they are upset that they're kind of being called out more and just kind of like being disregarded, and that's why you're seeing this like underbelly, this ugly underbelly of America?
The thing is they're so narcissistic that they're actually broadcasting this stuff themselves.
Absolutely, absolutely, for sure. It's exactly what happened
like
at Costco.
They're doing something like a service or something. I think.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. So I saw something today, and it is what it is. I saw something today about how these Trump supporters. Sorry, it's just such a jarring word, but these Trump supporters, it's called Trumpism now, and it's actually like a cult. It's like a cult, and like people.
I believe it.
Yeah, you believe it, right? Like they get into this idea that whatever this man is saying and doing is true, right?
Yep.
Is true, and it's insane because this guy does not care about you. He doesn't care about you.
He's trying to do his job.
Like, did you hear that the CDC came out and said that like you can't pick it up off of services, surfaces and stuff, you know?
Yep.
And I wonder if that is only because Trump put pressure on the guy who's running it right now and was going to fire him otherwise, you know?
Oh my goodness. And you know what? That's something that I hadn't even considered.
Almost like a dictatorship, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what it feels like. You know, I was listening to another thing that he was doing. I saw something that he was a program that a conference that he was running, a town hall or something like that. And there was a reporter who asked a question. He moved on, and then the guy that he went to next was like, "Hey, are you going to answer a question?" And he was like, "Oh, I don't answer her question. I think she's a dumb or
a bad reporter,
something like that." Just the way he talks about people, it's just not. It does not bring the country together, and that's what I want to know. Can you tell me one thing that Trump has done to unite us?
I have nothing. Tear the country apart, make us like less. We are not the number one country in the nation anymore. He's making Russia and China great again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay, so we got a comment from Grace who says, well, it's interesting to hear everyone slam the medical experts every time new info comes out. What are your thoughts about that?
I know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, who made you it's like the Facebook epidemiologist certificate kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. I think I had one of those once. Lawrence, thank you so much for the call, my friend.
Final call.
Perfect for it. There's just so many memes, too. That's the thing. It's crazy. It's like...
Yeah. I'm in love with you, Lawrence. Thank you so much. We're gonna close out the lines, and we're gonna open up the lines for our final caller.
Thank you, Lawrence.
I love you guys.
Bye. Guys, we'll take our final caller right now. Give us a call, 585-502-7922. Final caller, call me all. This has been a great show. We had a lot of engagement in the comments. Thank you guys so much. It's a new virus, Grace says. More research, more info. Okay, the last things I want to say, guys, is this, okay? Because I did want to talk about racism. I want to talk about racism in America, because it's another thing that we are slow to the gun on, right? Literally slow to the gun on. I've been like I said, after tonight, I'm getting off social media. We got our final caller, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. I love it, love it, love it. Welcome to the Social Distancing Hotline. This is Kelvin and Taylor. Who's calling and where are you calling from, caller?
Hi, it's Sarita.
Yes!
I'm the last caller.
Yes, you are our last callers. I screamed over your name. Tell us your name again and where you're calling from.
Sarita, and I'm in Carrollton, Texas, I guess.
Yeah. You're still thinking about it, okay? I'm in love with it. Carrollton, Texas. We've not had Carrollton yet. Tell us what it's like out there, my friend.
It sucks. We have a lot of Karens now.
Why does it suck? What's going on?
We have a lot of Karens.
Yeah. The dawning of the age of the Karen. Have you had an interaction with a Karen?
No, but I wanted to say you were dead on, or at least how I feel.
Tell me about it. Go ahead.
With the specific one that bothered me the most was the salon, the lady that owns the salon.
Oh my gosh.
And she opened the salon to feed her children.
It's
whatever. That's all I can say is whatever.
Wow.
So what do we do as a society, right? Because we have to live together. And I think that's the biggest message I wanted to say about this is that about tonight and about just what I've seen over the week. You know, I've been involved, and what I was getting into is I've been on social media a little bit too much this week, and I was interacting with some Karens. It just is what it is. And I was trying to have some peaceful conversation, and I even got sent a picture. I got sent an image when a woman didn't agree with me. She sent a picture of a monkey to me, right? Like a monkey on it, because I was talking about the show, the Social Distancing Hotline. I said, listen, you can come on the show and you can talk about it, because I welcome everybody's opinion. I want to hear the other side. I want to have that dialogue. She sent the picture of me as a monkey with a phone in it, right? And I literally said, wow. And the conversation didn't even go on that long. It didn't go on that long. And I said, it took me this short amount of time to bring the ugliest side out of you to where you made it about race. You made it about race. And so it's just, there's a lot of that going on. What are your thoughts about that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I took my headphones up.
Sorry. That's okay. So what are your thoughts about, so what do we do as a society to address this or to handle this?
My thing is, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go to work, don't go to work.
Exactly.
If you want to go to work and you want to go out and about, go. But the whole idea that everybody has to do it.
Still there?
Yeah, the whole idea that everybody has to do what the other person does annoys the hell out of me.
And here's the thing. And here's what I want to say about that, because you make a very valid point. Again, there's not one law that anyone's breaking by doing what they want to do, right? So everybody except for when you're going into private businesses and you are and they're requiring to wear a mask. Listen, that's what they want to do, right? They require people to wear a mask. You need to wear a mask going in there. Fighting with them, over something they have the right to do is no different than you coming in and saying, I have a right to wear a mask. No, you don't. Not in my store, not in my private store. And so we have a comment from Pete2888 says, when you were young and your heart was an open book, you used to say, live and let live. But if this ever changing world, this is beautiful, in which we were living makes you give and cry, say live and let die. Okay, girl, we got us a poet on the YouTubes. I'm in love with it. Sarita, you are our final caller. First of all, tell us do you know one of us on the show?
Yeah, I know you from high school.
Hell yeah, baby. Where are you originally from?
I grew up in Alaska, but
yeah.
I don't know if I'd say I'm from there. But.
Okay. Well, if you went to high school in Alaska and you grew up in Alaska, you're from Alaska. So, Sarita, it's so good to connect with you on the Social Distancing Hotline. And did we graduate together?
No, I graduated in 97.
That's right. We talked about that last time. Yeah, absolutely. So, because I was going to say they canceled our freaking 2020 high school reunion.
Yeah.
But anyway, you are our final caller, and so what that means is you get to play 3 things with us. Taylor's going to tell you the rules, and then we're going to get started. Are you ready? Huh?
You're closer to it.
Okay. So here are the rules. Here are the rules to 3 things. Okay. You're going to first of all tell us what went well. You're then going to tell us a missed opportunity. What went well for you today? Like what did you excel at today? Then tell us about a missed opportunity, something you could have done better today, and then what you're excited about tomorrow. Okay? We're going to start, and then you're going to finish. Are you ready to play?
I'm ready to play. I'm thinking.
Yeah. You take your time. You have a little bit of time. And for you guys out there watching, the show, please go ahead and play along with us. Put it in the comments. What went well for you? What is a missed opportunity for you, and what are you excited about for tomorrow? Go.
Yeah. So what went well for me today? I discovered Google Tasks this week, and they're freaking awesome. So it's like a to-do list basically, but it connects with your calendar, it connects with your email, and you can connect all these things. So I started using it today, and then I was just knocking shit out left and right. I was like, holy crap, this thing allows me to be super organized. My emails are down, my task lists are down, I'm highly effective. I'm out of here by 5, and I feel super accomplished. So if you guys are Google fans and you use Google products, look up Google Tasks because they are awesome. They have a mobile app, desktop, everything talks to each other. Love it. What I could have done better today, By the time I got home, I was starving, so hungry, I couldn't even cook dinner. We ate out, so I probably should have
We've been eating out a lot.
I probably should have eaten a little bit throughout the day.
Yeah.
But I was so focused in on getting shit done, I just kind of forgot. And then what I'm excited about for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, which is closer to Saturday. But we are cooking ribs this weekend, and we're going to go pick them up tomorrow. So
Yeah, baby.
I'm going to go do that.
I'm in love with them ribs, okay? Ribs. All right. So what went well for me today? What went well for me today is I got a lot of it's been a week. And you can also talk about the week, right? Because I think we're going to do this show once a week. It's a great way to kind of just get we have a lot to talk about. You know what I mean? So what went well for me this week is that business is picking back up. We are a small business owner, and we are starting
in the event company space.
In the event company space where we deal with social gatherings, we do weddings and stuff, and we do corporate events, and we've been getting the phone's been ringing. People are reaching out.
Well,
a lot of it's for 2021, but there's a couple.
You solidified a 2021.
Solidified 2021. We got another phone conference on Sunday about a wedding coming up, and so I'm just really excited about that, and to kind of get back into the swing of working. I've been kind of sitting on my butt doing this show for the last month or two. All right, missed opportunity for me today is I did the house is clean, he says, but I want it to be immaculate. We're gonna be inviting some people over this weekend, and I want it to look really well. So missed opportunity for me there. And then what I'm excited about for tomorrow is tomorrow we're gonna be launching Discover Eats first YouTube video. So he is starting a cooking show. I've been editing it, putting things together. Tomorrow's going to be our first video that we launch tomorrow for the Discover Eats YouTube channel. Go ahead and check it out. It's our next project that we're working on. Sarita, the floor is yours. What went well for you today or this week? What is a missed opportunity for you this week? And what are you excited about coming up? Floor is yours.
The week or today? Well, today I got dinner cooked on time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's
important.
If I don't, then we go out to eat and it gets expensive.
Yeah.
What I could do better, I have a 13-year-old and we fight every day. I think I can try to understand her better.
Woo! That's tough.
What I'm excited for tomorrow, nothing.
That's okay. That's
Friday.
that's okay. Sometimes and again, mental health. You need a nothing day. It's important. Sarita, thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate you.
Okay, bye.
Bye now.
Right. So we have a good YouTube comment here. I have to say it was hilarious that I went to get a facial and had to reschedule because I didn't have a mask. I'm getting a facial and we aren't allowed to wait in the lobby. So that is kind of funny. You can't go in the lobby.
What are you gonna do?
And then you're gonna touch my face
You're
underneath the mask.
What's that even about, guys? What's that even
funny.
about? I'm in love with that.
It's like wearing gloves while getting a manicure or something.
I want to read this poem again. I really like that. So when you were young, and your heart. Wait, when you were young and your heart was an open book, you used to say, "Live and let live." But if this ever-changing world in which we're living makes you give and cry, say, "Live and let die." Is that "live and let die"? Is that the words of that?
Bon Jovi?
I don't know. Could be. I don't know. Do you know the?
That's
Do you know
living
the
on a
lyrics?
prayer. That's what it sounded like.
There's a "Live and Let Die" song though.
No, is there?
Live and let die. Wow. Is there a "Live and Let Die" song, guys? Let us know. All right, guys. What do we got in the comments? Ooh, I'm gonna check it out. You better check it out, Grace.
It's talking about the Google Tasks.
Check out that. So here's the thing. Does iPhone have that?
Yeah, it has
feature?
the app.
The Google.
Yeah, you can download Google Tasks onto the iPhone.
I'm in love with it. Guys. All right, guys. Hey, what's your final takeaway, Tay?
So mine, maybe not a takeaway, but a thought. So one thing that you've been asking you viewers and callers in through this has been like, what should we be doing to unite this?
Yeah.
Unite each other.
Yeah, man. What?
And I think something that's really important is as you see Karens in the world, as you see racism, as you see hate, don't politely do it, safely do it, but directly do it. Of telling people that is not okay to say that. That is not okay to yell at that man.
Baby.
That is his job, the Walmart greeter.
Let me
to
tell
do
you
that.
something.
Leave him alone.
Let me-
Politely, and then, but and if one person does it and two people do it and three people do it, they're going to feel embarrassed. They're going to understand that it's wrong from the public, not from their significant other, their children.
Oh man, that's sexy what you just said right there. That's real sexy. Hold people accountable. Have the courage when you see the Karens in the world. Have the courage to say something, and that's absolutely amazing. So when you said that, it reminded me when this whole thing got started. I told
Don't punch him, Grace. Don't punch him. That's not what I said.
Hey
at all.
man, listen, we're not condoning violence.
Violent is not.
We're not condoning violence, but you can punch somebody with some words and say, "Hey, sit down." Speaking of which, I had to go to Best Buy, like kind of in the middle of the quarantine, and I pulled up to the Best Buy, and they have the this fly's trying to mess with me, and they have the get out of here. They have like the whole drive up. There was this old lady, and she was old Karen, because she was like coming up there, and she's like, I need to go in there and see I need to see the product, and the dude's like, ma'am, that's not what's happening right now.
Company policy says you can't.
No one's going in, and she's like, well, I can't buy things if I can't see, and I had to roll, and I could just see that he was having trouble, and I don't have a problem telling people, hey, chill out, and so I rolled the window down, and I was like, ma'am, go home. Go home. You were at risk. Go home. This man's trying to save your life. And I just shut it down, and then I started talking to the guy. And when I did that, the woman and her husband just like, and they just and their power was gone. Because see, people think they can argue with staff, right? And that's I just want to piggyback on that. That's a very important takeaway. And that's how we come together and save our nation and save each other, is that we have to come together, stop fighting each other about stupid differences that they want us to fight about. These people that are making the money off us, they want us to fight because when we're divided, they have the power. We have to come together, protect ourselves, love each other. Any final words out there? Little, see you next Tuesday. Sending you smoky meme. I will cut her. Okay. That's our show, guys. My name is Kelvin.
I'm Taylor.
And that is CIA.
CIA.